Hey everybody, and welcome. We're out in the beautiful sunshine of this glorious day. You know, we're in an epic time change in the Christian ministry and in the world. Who knows what's going to happen in the global world as we know it, and it may, we need to be ready, really readier and readier for Christ soon appearing. That's why I'm making a big hissy fit, a stink about false teaching that affects real people at the grassroots, real fine people, real caring people, real weird people, all colors from around the nations and the states, all the expats relocating. When they try to visit, want to know about the Holy Spirit. That's what it is. So during the years when God told me to invest my, call my life, his call on me to pioneer what now I see as the reason the cross-body unity movement. I didn't know all this. It was downloaded. It's an apostolic ministry. It is a downloaded, revealed ministry to help people like this out in the field, up on stage, mega to micro. So from 1976 to the 90s, it was no showbiz at all, and it was more like servant leader. Then you can see effect of media, and then later the world, the society affecting, and the cultures of the church. And then different started off as grassroots charismatic in the beginning, started to get hardened. And later in the 2090s, when showbiz really hit, fan clubs and massive numbers, that's when we really found out a lot of this calcifying now, detox needs detoxing, defragging from really to have a pure heart again, to be servant leader, really respect and want diverse people, all kinds. This is the last days. It could be the last of the last days. So I don't want anyone to go in there and be jumped by their type, by their vibe, by their energy, by their gender, by their race, like I have, the Lord allowed me to do, to discover dysfunction. 2 Timothy 3:1-5 and 1 Timothy 6:5. Pauline's forecast, Paul's prophecy, his comment of the last perilous time days, even in the churches, even in the biased, bigoted, set in their ways, our way no more than our way, this type of thing. And really, I had never been around accusing a person you've never talked to and you never will from afar based on their vibe, their gender, their look. Deep demonic set in, out in the field affecting. And so the worst thing to me was the discovery of being accuser jumped because of submission. When if they'd talked to me, if these people that were into that in the field, nor the county, rural county, but in a cluster of tough patriarch autocrats, zealots for whatever, their own turf, forgive them. But this is not just one place. See, along the way, God said, study the body. You didn't know who it would be, what kind. That was a surprise in the 90s on, late 80s on. But I had never been accuser jumped. I'd been always with polite, respectful men, Christian men. I have called them men and women as humans, all races. Nothing bothers me about people being weird or a little bit off, because nobody's perfect. But I had never thought character assassination, never confronting, avoiding, selectively omitting scriptures that do not cater to your want and your own teaching, which are Matthew 18:15, Galatians 6:1. Confront somebody in private, 1-to-1. Don't accuse or jump. Don't prophesy, I saw her and I saw that she looks like she's committed adultery. He's committed adultery. They are witches. They are evil. This is a giant, enormous tribe, many tribes in many locations in the WELP, Western European Levitical Patriarch community, the gentrified colonial WELP. We are the world totalitarian in many places. Now look at each one selectively and assess them by this fruit or not. Don't judge, don't accuse them as people. I'm not putting their names up. If I could have gotten up close without feeling minimized, objectified, prayed against, because I'm a seer prophet, they didn't recognize it. they could only, it's Isaiah 5:20, calling good evil, evil good. I was their God's litmus test for this, to find it out, to teach the discovery of dysfunction in the United States, performing wannabe, gifted and talented serious fine arts, basically, in their network. So I don't want to go there because I don't want to be defiled. I don't want to be defined by a type, not a human. See, it's dehumanizing, just as bad. This is just as bad. That religious spirit is just as bad as the New World Order that selectifies who they'll like and who they'll keep, and what by type, age group, stereotyping. It's racist. Whether you're racist against your own color and misogyny, it's racist what it is. So when I didn't know about it, I have never heard about it, I had to study, what is this? What do I do? What did I do to trigger that? So I could go, I found that I'm a litmus test, a poster child for the submission, to be read for sitting there doing nothing but abiding in James 3:17 fruit as a visitor with my own movement. That's different. And multicultural, they're not. That, whatever's on me, the oil of joy and gladness as well, they don't have joy. But it's a Levitical patriarch spirit, so I retraced it back to Levi, who is misogynist, raised in chaos and dysfunction, usurped his father's authority, didn't like his mother, who is Leah, the least favored one, so he grew up with an angry spirit, a vengeful spirit. He murdered the rapist of his sister. He and his brother Simeon were noted for their anger, and they went behind the father's back, treacherous. And even though the father said don't, the two patriarchs over them, the dad said the man wanted to marry Diana, their sister, that's okay to avoid bloodshed. Well, that wasn't good enough. They took it upon themselves, usurped the father's authority, big boss style, and slaughtered the men. All right. So that spirit of Levi, even though Levi changed somewhere along the line and had the tribe of Levi, the Levites, well, do you know that in real life, in prophetic ministry, music ministry, the helps ministries, different kinds of Levite things, that spirit can be there within them, targeting, mean Saul spirit. Now that can be in their leadership as well, the pastors of the day, and not all. So don't say all of the white people are the white charismatic. See, this is why I'm not a charismatic, because the doctrine is so foul. And so much of this, when they can have beautiful music, beautiful shows, but that is not the whole deal. After a while, you get the rest of it, which is no respect, which is doubt for anybody except their kind, and pet persons, typecasting. But to me, besides that and the misogyny, which I'd been around, I don't have to deal with misogyny except for these people. I thought, and their women do it too, white. I thought, wow. So I thought God said, Tavo, don't take it personally, take it prophetically, but teach on it if you see it 3 times or more in different groups. And that's why I teach on it. I respect them, I forgive them, but I'm not going to be a part of being defiled. It's the occult, witch watching, the witchcraft. They read me. I felt things tap me. I have felt, literally, I can feel when they do it, and I know they are in that doctrine, soaked in the Kool-Aid, etched in concrete. So our hope is, let's have our childlike joy back, the fun of fellowshipping with all kinds of saints. Let's just get rid of the dysfunction. 2 Timothy 3, 1 through 5. Also, big shot, big boy, and money. 1 Timothy 6, 5. God bless you. He loves you. It's a cult. It is a cult spirit. Occult cult. God bless.